Have you ever seen a boat fly? That's exactly what happened at the 2025 Desert Storm Shootout in Lake Havasu, the biggest speedboat event in the West. 1 second, this 10,000 horsepower Skater 388 boat was chasing a lake speed record of 206 miles per hour. The next second, it was flipping through the air like a Hollywood stunt gone sideways. Let's find out if the racers walked away alive. Now, if you're wondering what kind of event sets the stage for a 200-mile-per-hour boat to go full send into the sky, welcome to the Desert Storm Shootout. This isn't your average boating weekend. It's one of the biggest high-performance marine events in the entire country, held every spring at Lake Havasu, Arizona. Think of it like the Super Bowl of speedboats. Teams from all over the US roll in with custom-built monsters designed to chase lake speed records. It's part boat show, part horsepower Olympics, part floating rock concert. For 1 week, the lake turns into a giant, high-octane playground for boats that can cost more than a house and outrun most sports cars. The crown jewel of the whole event is the shootout itself. Boats line up and run one at a time down a 3/4-mile course, with radar guns clocking their top speed. There are no twists or turns on this course. It's just one chance to go as fast as humanly possible in a straight line. And if you're lucky or crazy enough, you might just walk away with your name in the record books. This is why Freedom One Racing showed up here. They came with a goal to break the 206-mile-per-hour lake record, and they brought a beast of a machine to do it. Enter the Skater 388, a 38-foot catamaran that looked like it was built by NASA and sponsored by Thunder. It's long, sleek, and terrifying in the best possible way. Under the hood, it's powered by twin engines that deliver a mind-blowing 10,000 horsepower. Yeah, you heard that right, 10,000 horses. That's enough power to launch a small army. Now, this boat is an engineering marvel. The Skater 388 is designed with a twin-tunnel hull, which basically means there's an air cushion underneath that helps lift it out of the water at high speeds. So, less drag, more lift, and a ride so smooth it feels like the boat's floating. Until it isn't. The team behind it, Freedom One Racing, hails from Kansas City, and the two racers inside it go by the nicknames John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. Probably because when you're going 200 on water, you need a little cowboy energy to keep your cool. They don't share their real names publicly, but they're well known in the offshore racing world. And let's not forget the cockpit, the most important part of the whole boat when things go wrong. This thing is built like a tank, reinforced, sealed, and designed to keep its drivers alive even if the rest of the boat turns into fiberglass confetti, which turned out to be really important later. So here they are, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and a 10,000 horsepower missile on water lined up at Lake Havasu with their sights set on making history. With everything set, John Wayne and Clint Eastwood started the Skater 388 and took off from the starting line. The boat literally sounded like a wild animal, pushing as fast as it could on the water. As they sped down the 3/4-mile course, the engine roared, the wind rushed by, and the speed kept climbing higher and higher. The radar showed they were hitting over 200 miles per hour. As they worked hard to control the powerful machine, eyes focused straight ahead, hearts racing, they were trying to beat the lake's record of 206 miles per hour. And for a little while, it looked like they just might do it. And then it happened. At nearly 200 miles per hour, a sudden gust of wind caught the Skater 388 just right or wrong, depending on how you see it. The boat lifted off the water, breaking the perfect rhythm of the run. What followed was like something straight out of an action movie. The boat flipped completely upside down in the air, spun all the way around, and then crashed hard back into the lake. It slammed into the water backwards and upside down, twisting metal and shattering fiberglass everywhere. It looked like a crash no one could survive. But thanks to the super strong cockpit designed to protect the drivers at all costs, John Wayne and Clint Eastwood were still inside, alive, despite broken bones and bruises. People watching from the shore were speechless at first, then broke into cheers when the racers came out of the cockpit, shaken but alive. Cameras caught every angle of the crash, making it one of the most unforgettable moments in high-speed boating history. The video of the crash went insanely viral. And while the Freedom 1 racing team didn't finish the run the way they wanted, the fact that both drivers survived such a violent crash was nothing short of a miracle. Wow, if you're still with me after that insane crash, you deserve a medal. And we deserve a click on that subscribe button. Let's continue with this wild ride going together.
Reaction to the 200-mile-per-hour speedboat crash on Friday at the Desert Storm race at Lake Havasu was utter shock. But Scott Nolan was on.
After that terrifying crash, everyone wanted to know how John Wayne and Clint Eastwood survived such a violent impact. The answer lies in the design of the Skater 388, especially its cockpit. This is the part where the drivers sit, and it's built to be extremely strong, almost like a tiny, floating safety cage. Even though the rest of the boat was smashed to pieces, the cockpit stayed intact. Because it was reinforced with special materials and built to absorb the shock of a crash. That's why, despite the boat flipping and hitting the water hard, both drivers escaped with only broken bones and bruises instead of worse injuries. The crew and safety teams rushed to help, but thanks to that tough cockpit, John Wayne and Clint Eastwood were able to get out on their own. This kind of safety technology is a huge step forward in high-speed boat racing. It shows how smart design and engineering can save lives, even in the most extreme crashes. So, the final question is, what caused such a powerful boat to suddenly flip and crash? Experts say it comes down to aerodynamics, the way air moves around the boat at high speed. When a boat like the Skater 388 is flying over the water at close to 200 miles per hour, even small changes in wind or water conditions can have a big effect. In the case of Skater 388, a strong gust of wind caught the boat at just the wrong moment. This pushed the front end up, causing it to lift off the water. When the boat lifted off, it lost contact with the water, which is what normally helps keep it stable. Once in the air, the boat's balance was thrown off, causing it to do a full flip and spin uncontrollably. This kind of accident is always a risk in high-speed boat racing. Even with the best engineering and experienced drivers, nature can be unpredictable. That's why racing teams spend so much time testing and improving the design of their boats. What do you think about this insane boat crash? And what extreme record should we cover next? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of our wildest stories. See you in the next one.